Good morning, everyone. It is 8:10 in the morning, and I'm starting early to vlog today. I remembered. Excuse my hair. I haven't brushed my hair yet. I'm just getting Gabriel ready, and I just wanted to say that he this morning decided that he wanted to have a tantrum. So I had to sit down and talk with him and explain to him that it's important to go to school. As parents know that these talks you have to have with them. And now he's happy as can be. He's jumping around. And we'll be going downstairs in about 20 minutes or so. So I'm just going to finish getting ready. And I just wanted to say that sometimes in the morning our kids can be a little bit of drama queens, I should just say. And excuse my little pimple that I got. I think it was from using the Revlon yesterday. I tried it yesterday and I got that little zit. But I'm going to try it again today. Try to do a full face of makeup with it later on and see if it still looks ashy on me or not. And if I don't like not the consistency, but the coloring on me, if it doesn't match or whatever, then I'll just exchange it for something else. It's no big deal because I did get a good deal on it. So I'm just going to go out once Gabriel gets on the bus. I'm going to head over to Marshall's because like I mentioned yesterday, I'm trying to find an outfit to pair up with my necklace that I won from my Lux Craving. So that's what I'm going to do today. So maybe I'll record in that. I'll see you guys later. Say good morning.
Say good morning.
What's that in your hand?
Bread.
Yeah, bread with what?
I eat it like this.
Yeah, he's eating his bread with butter. So he's happy now. This is where they filmed My Best Friend's Girlfriend. The Fairmont. Okay, this is the Trinity Church. You guys can see that. It's not great. Hard to tell. Okay, this is a little fountain they have in the park where the Trinity Church is. I think it's so pretty. A lot of people come here and they sit and they have lunch. Giving you guys a little tour of Boston. Those of you who live here, you know where I'm at. Okay, I just went into Marshall's. I was there for about an hour. I didn't find anything. They didn't have a lot of options. And then the things that I did find, they had either tears in them or whatever. So anyways, so that was a bust. But at least I'm glad that I came. And I was happy to time myself. And it only took me about 10 to 15 minutes to get here walking. And it's a long distance, so usually would have taken me like a good 30-40 minutes before. So I'm just gonna go now. It's like 10 o'clock. I'm gonna go and get something to eat. So I didn't have my breakfast this morning. And yeah, let's see what the day brings me. Okay, I got home now. It's 11 o'clock. I was in Walmart. Let's say Walmart. I wish I had gone to Walmart. I was in Marshall's for about an hour and I was looking around and they didn't really have much of options for plus sizes. I'm like a 1X now. I was a 3X before, so I keep looking towards the 3X and then I keep reminding myself, you're a 1X now because I've lost some weight. So anyways, I didn't see anything worth purchasing, but they did have a lot of cute stuff and home stuff. I actually saw a comforter set that I was interested in purchasing, but I haven't decided on a paint color yet for my room. So if you guys have any suggestions, I'm open because I am totally clueless how to decorate my room. I figured out how to decorate my living room. I painted it, as you guys can see, this color behind me. It's like a orange, it's like a burnt orange color, which I get tons of compliments when people come over. And if you're curious, the name of the color is called Antique Copper, and it's from the Burr paint with the primer, paint and primer in one. And then Gabriel's room is painted like it's like a bluish purple color, but it's more on the blue. My twin sister Taryn actually picked out that color because I wasn't sure what color to paint his room either because he couldn't help me pick one out. He just couldn't decide himself, or he wasn't interested. I don't know. He was 6 at the time. And so everyone loves the color that she picked out too. She gets tons of compliments. So my room before, like I mentioned, was a dark charcoal gray. Yes, I had picked out the color, but online, in my defense, it looked like it was more like a greenish color. So I was like, oh, that would look nice. But then when I got the paint home, I told my then ex, well, my my then husband, who's my ex now, sorry. I told him I didn't want the color, that I wanted to return it, and he went ahead and painted it anyways because he liked it and whatever. So I don't want to keep that color. But I turned on the TV because I wanted to see if they were still had any quantities left. There's a perfume called Forsaken now. For those of you who are True Blood fans, they're selling on HSN today only. Today's special with 2 flex pays of $24.75 plus free shipping, and it's for 1.7 ounce Eau de Parfum bottle, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm actually gonna order it right now. And the great thing about HSN is you don't like if you return it, and they have flex pay, so that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna sit now and drink a bunch of water because it is really, really hot outside, and I'm actually making some coffee, and I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna eat for lunch. So yep, I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. Hey everyone, it's like 1:15, 1:20. I just had my lunch. I had turkey on whole wheat bread with provolone cheese. And I just wanted to address a question that my friend Nicole here, Mommy Toots by Cole, had. Hi Nicole. She asked me what had happened because I had mentioned in yesterday's Vita vlog that I was in a wheelchair before. And what happened was when I was 16, I was diagnosed with a very rare muscle disease. It's called dermatomyositis. And that was back in 1990. I was a senior in high school, was getting ready to graduate. And I had been seeing my pediatrician for like 2 years because I just kept feeling tired all the time. And I couldn't shake it no matter what. You know, it was always, other than that, I was very healthy. I hardly ever got a cold, hardly ever got sick. I was very athletic, very much a tomboy. I was into like every sport, especially I love swimming and dancing, and volleyball was like my favorite sport in school and everything like that. So I was very athletic, and I was very much, you know, healthy. And so my doctor, the first thing she tested me for was mono, because she just figured it was probably that. And every test that they possibly could give me came back negative. But I just kept getting worse. I just kept getting more and more tired no matter how much I slept, no matter how well I ate. I just couldn't shake it. So then my doctor thought, that I might just have depression because, you know, being a teenager. And then I said to her, I was like, look, yes, I have, you know, things in my life that I'm not happy about, you know, that I can't change, can't control. For instance, like one of the things that was happening then was I did not really care for the boyfriend my mother had. But it wasn't to the point where I was like, oh, I'm depressed about anything like that. Because I've never been the kind of person to really let things get me down. So I told her that there wasn't anything crucial going on to that point where I just, you know, was depressed. So needless to say, that went on for 2 years. And then eventually after the 2-year period, what started happening was, and it's amazing how the body just automatically adapts to situations. I started doing things differently, and I wasn't even aware that I was doing it because my body just automatically did it. And the thing that really caught my mother's attention and my attention was one day I was cleaning out my fridge, helping my mom clean. And you know how when you get to the bottom of the refrigerator, you squat down and you get on your squat down to the floor, shaking the phone. And to clean, and I was cleaning it, and then I tried to just like sprint right back up, and I couldn't. I was stuck, and I kept trying, and I just couldn't get out of that position. And I was like, Mom, I need help. And she's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I can't get up. And she was like, what do you mean you can't get up? I said, Mom, I can't get up. I'm trying. And it was the weirdest thing. It was freaking me out. It was scaring me. It was all very scary. And you know, I had this all in my head. I really thought I was like a hypochondriac or something. I thought it was just, you know, there was nothing wrong with me, and I just wanted something to be wrong with me. Because if you guys know what a hypochondriac is, someone that thinks that they have something they don't have. So long story short, this kept going on, and I kept getting worse to the point where I couldn't even take the bus to school anymore because I couldn't physically pull myself up. I could get my leg up, but I couldn't pull myself up. So I started walking to school. Then that started becoming an issue because the couple of blocks I would have to walk home, if my feet brushed against any kind of raised sidewalk or anything cracked, I would literally trip over my own feet and fall. And every time I fell, it got harder and harder for me to get up until one day I just couldn't get up at all. And I remember it like if it was yesterday. I was walking with my twin sister. We went to the same high school. And we were just walking, and I tripped and I fell and I ended up hitting my chin. And I was all black and blue because I hit myself pretty hard. And this man was walking by, and I couldn't get up, and I was crying because I was scared, and my chin hurt too. And my sister was like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? Because she couldn't get me up by herself. And so the man came along and he helped me. He says, you need to go to the hospital, find out what's wrong with you, because you're a young girl. Why can't you get up? So I got home. We walked back home up this big hill we used to live on. And my mom was, the social worker, so she was on her way out. And she had to go to court. And then she's like, what's wrong? Why are you crying? And I told her what happened. And she was like, just wait for me here. I'll be done within an hour, 2 hours tops. And I'm taking you to the hospital. I don't care what they say. Something's going on here. This isn't normal. So thanks to my mom being persistent, she told my pediatrician, look, you can't find anything wrong with my daughter. So, you need to send her to another doctor because obviously something's wrong. This is not normal. So finally, when I went to the adult physician, what happened was, since they had treated people with polymyositis, which is more common, they had an idea what was wrong with me, and they thought that that's what I had, polymyositis, which is the difference between polymyositis and dermatomyositis is that poly is just the muscles, and with dermato, it means that the inflammation is in the skin and the muscles. So, long story short, we ended up going to the hospital here, and they did a bunch of blood tests and all these other tests. I mean, they poked and prodded me. I mean, I let them do every test possible because I just wanted to know what was wrong with me. And one of the tests that I wish that I had not let them do to me, I mean, you guys see that I'm telling you this right now, and I'm thinking about it, and I have a smile, whatever. But when I was going through this, I was not smiling. It was freaking me out, and it was very scary. It's been a really long time, and I've dealt with this, and I've moved past it, But they wanted to do a spinal tap, and I was like, oh my God, okay, well, fine. I didn't know what that was going to entail. If you do not have to get a spinal tap, please do not get one. It is one of the worst pains you could ever have in your life. And then you can't even move when they're doing it. So when I got that done, it was horrible. And needless to say, I got a lot of tests done. And finally, they determined, okay, well, you have polymyositis. And I was like, great, okay, you guys found a problem. What's the solution? What do we need to do so I can get better? That's all I want to do. Because at that time, I was still walking around. I was still getting dressed on my own. I was doing all sorts. I was very independentized. But I spent a week in the hospital until they did my muscle biopsy. Then I had to go to another hospital because my pediatrician was not comfortable giving me the treatment. And basically what the treatment entails is that you have to take very large dose of prednisone, which is a steroid, and you have to get physical therapy and occupational therapy, depending on the severity of your weakness. So I went to the hospital, and needless to say, I was in the hospital, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. I was there for like 8 or 9 months in the hospital. And when I went into the hospital, I went in walking and I was fine and everything, but I got worse being in the hospital because being the overachiever that I am, I just kept going every day to my physical therapy and my occupational therapy. And they were like, okay, what do you want to do today? And I'm like, okay, let's try it. Let's go for it. Because I just wanted to get better. And what I didn't realize is that because my inflammation level was so high. Now, normal inflammation, you, like everyone else out there, would be between 0 and 200. Mine's, when I checked into the hospital, was 13,000. And my doctors did not understand how I was able to be walking around, taking a shower, doing everything by myself, because the girl who I met, who has the same problem, she went through this, and she actually was only like 5,000 or 4,000, and she was totally incapacitated. She couldn't do anything. So anyways, they did the treatment and the regimen and everything, but like I said, I got worse because I got up to 120 milligrams of prednisone, and that's why I am the weight that I am now, and my body is the way that it is, because my body did a complete 180 or 360, however you want to call it. I went from being a size like 10, because I didn't like wearing tight clothes. I could have been a size, I easily wore size 8, but I like my clothes to fit me looser. So I was like a size 10 because I had very strong thigh muscles because of all the exercise and all the sports I did. And I didn't like wearing very fitted clothes, to like a size 24, 26. Because, I mean, I got huge. I mean, if I showed you pictures, you wouldn't even recognize me. You'd be like, oh my goodness. So, I didn't really let that affect me because I've never been a person who really cares what other people think. Like my sister, my two sisters always tell me, "Oh, you're gonna wear that to school," and I'm like, "Well, I'm going to school to learn. It's not a fashion show, for crying out loud." So I really didn't care if I wore the latest fashions or whatever because I just really went to school to learn. So I guess having that attitude and having the support of my family, especially my grandmother, who got may she rest in peace. I miss my grandmother every single day. She's been dead now, going on 5 years. I miss her every single day, and I don't want to start crying. She took care of me during that time. I'm not gonna cry. I'm sorry. It's just every time I think about her, she took care of me, and I'm sorry. I'm holding back. I don't want to cry. That would make me cry because she was just so special. She took care of me, and there was nothing she wouldn't do for me. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to cry on you guys, but I miss her a lot. She took really good care of me. She cooked for me. She would bathe me. I'm sorry. And she would dress me. So I'm sorry, I didn't think I was gonna cry, but I just miss my grandmother so much. She's so special. So with her taking care of me and my mom, and my other aunt too, between them three, they took really good care of me while I got to the point where I couldn't do anything. Because it was literally like overnight that I went from being fully walking around capable to being completely dependent on everybody. I couldn't go to the bathroom by myself. I couldn't even brush my teeth, comb my hair, get dressed. So that's why when I say you should really appreciate your life because you never know what's going to happen. But I have to say that even though I went through that, people say if you can go back and change something, I wouldn't change that. Because it made me a better person. It made me even stronger. I mean, I always appreciated my life. And I never took anything for granted. But it showed me that I had to take care of myself. And that I had to stop letting people walk all over me. And so I'm very grateful for that experience. As hard as it was on me. But it was even harder on my mom. Because my mom got really depressed. And I hated seeing her like that, but there was nothing I could do. And the only thing that I knew that would get her out of that was just for me to push forward and to get better. And once my mom saw that, she really started coming around. So that's what it is. It's just basically, it's an inflammation of the skin and muscles. And what it does is it attacks your middle muscles first. So like your stomach muscles, your hip muscles, your deltoids. Those muscles get affected first. And then the ones that go last are your smaller muscles. And then when you get stronger, it goes starts from your hands in. So it starts from your, inside out. And then from the outside in, you get stronger. So I still have some residual weakness because I've had a total of 3 or 4 flare-ups. And the last one I had was when I was like 24, 25 years old. And that one was actually the worst one that I had because it affected my breathing and my swallowing. And that was never an issue. And so that's why I still have some residual weakness. And then I did get a lot better. By the time I was 29, I was a lot better. I mean, I still can't lift up my arms and stuff like that. But I was a lot healthier, a lot stronger. And then after I had my son, I got a little bit weaker, but I bounced back from that as well. So, I mean, I'm fully functional. I can get dressed and everything on my own. But I just have problems like with stairs, certain stairs I can't climb. And I'm not able to lift my head, my hands to my, like my arms up like the way you would and stuff like that. So my weakness is really in the middle part of my body right now. But every day I do see improvements because I am doing everything possible because I want to get myself 100% better, because I feel like that because of this I'm not able to do a lot of things with my son that I would really like to do. So yeah, so I'm sorry I got a little emotional, you guys. It's just my grandmother, like I said, I really miss her a lot. And she's a very special lady. So yeah, so that's all for now. I'm gonna get some water and pull myself together. I don't want my son to see me like this, because it's better that I did this now, because if I would have got like this with him here, he would have been crying with me, because he's very emotional. So yeah, so I am very grateful for everything that I have, and I'm sorry I got emotional, but I didn't know it was gonna happen. Okay, I just put on the Revlon, the whipped foundation, this in natural tan. I put it on this side, but if you guys can see, you're getting really up close here. I don't like how it can, I mean, it feels awesome on the skin, but I just feel like it's too, like it's showing my imperfections more, I think. And look at my forehead, it looks more bumpy. And when I put on the BB cream, sorry I'm so close, it doesn't do that. And this is the Honey On, and I don't know, I'm not really crazy about it. Like, this is what my skin looks like without the whipped foundation. This is what it looks like with it on. I guess from far away it's okay, but I still feel like I look ashy. Like, it really mutes down my skin color, and it doesn't look natural to me. So unfortunately, I think I am going to be returning the Revlon whipped foundation, even though it feels amazing on the skin. Maybe if I got a better color match, I would keep it. I don't know. I just don't like how it looks on my skin. I think it just makes it look very ashy. What do you guys think? Just let me know in the comments below if you guys think I should keep it or not. But honestly, I'm not liking it on my skin. Okay, guys, I just want to say goodnight. It's about 7:30. I'm going to start winding down. I need to edit this video, upload it to YouTube, and I need to get Gabriel to bed. Tomorrow's his last day of camp. So, yeah, sorry about getting emotional on you guys a little earlier, but what I was trying to say, which I couldn't because I'm getting choked up, is that I just miss my grandmother very, very much. And I just felt really bad that during the time that she was really sick, when she was dying, I was not able to be there for her like she was for me. And that's something that's always going to bother me, even though I know she understood why I couldn't be there for her, because since I was sick at the same time. But still, you know, when you care about someone, you want to be there for them no matter what. So that's what I was trying to tell you guys. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go, and that's the end of day 6. And thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye-bye.